You think it's easy keeping a lid on your secret? I've got to think about it every time we're around other people to make sure I don't slip. I've got to remember to say meteor rock instead of kryptonite. And I always got to cover your unexplained exits.
Somebody save me.
Welcome back to the Roll Screen Time. I'm Andrew Thomas. I'm here with fellow Superman Christopher Johnson.
Hello, everyone.
We're continuing my X-rated Novice with Smallville, Season 3.
Finally over the hurdle.
Yeah.
Finally over the hurdle.
One of my favorite seasons. So.
Yeah, this was actually a fantastic season.
Mm-hmm. So here I go with the synopsis. This season, Clark is in a constant fight against destiny that his biological father, Jor-El, has in store for him, and his guilt over the price Jonathan paid to bring him back to Smallville. Lex deals with the psychological breakdown he had when he stranded on a deserted island, while the conflict between him and his father comes to a final blow. Clark's secret begins to weigh heavily on Pete and cause a major stalemate in Clark's relationship with Lana. And considering that there was no cast change, you'll know when it's the same cast from season 2. So
yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
It's just some people have more to do
than
others this go around.
Yeah. But let's go over Tom Welling as Clark Kent again.
So out of pocket the first couple episodes.
Yeah.
So out of pocket.
Ray K. Clark came back.
Oh no, it's not Clark, it's Cal.
Yeah.
So out of pocket.
By robbing a bank. By stealing people who robbed a bank. Broke ATMs to go get more money.
How many ATMs did he destroy?
A lot. And how no one can show on camera at all.
Acting like a douchebag to women.
Yep. To his parents.
To Lana.
Yep. Like he supposedly loved. Yep. To
Chloe. Yep. Though Chloe deserved it.
Yep.
He was on his BS big time.
Yep. Yep. But after a good father-son fight, he actually does get off of his addiction.
Yeah. It just had to result in... It essentially had to result in Jonathan yeeting himself and Clark out of a window. How many stories up?
50 stories.
To the ground.
Yeah.
So much yeeting. We'll get more into it, but...
Yeah. Hey, Clark still does with his relationship with Lex, who he tries to protect. Once Lex finds out both Clark's secret and what his father did, Clark tries to protect him.
Yeah.
And his secret at the same time.
Which, you're a good friend.
Yeah.
You're a good friend.
Yeah. Until the last episode. Which I think Clark overreacted on a bit.
But then again.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Think about what the man had to deal with like a couple episodes prior.
Yeah.
He was essentially being tortured to find out more information about him.
Yeah.
And it was done by Lionel, so...
Yeah.
Can you really blame him when he finds out, oh, Lex has been keeping tabs on me?
Yeah. And ends that friendship.
For now.
Yep. Yep.
Though this is the first major tiff before the mega powers implode.
Yep. Of course, he Of course, he also has to go back to being trained by Darrell. Where? Don't know.
All we know is the man ended up butt naked in the fetal position in some weird black void.
With making the Superman symbol. Why Darrell? Why computer Darrell?
Why didn't Jarrell think about putting some semblance of like humanity into that program? Why did he only just put the information? Oh, we'll let the computer figure it out. Why? Because how many people have been unnecessary casualties
We'll find out
because of this freaking computer?
As we found out a lot, yes. And there will be a lot more.
Jarrell effed up, didn't he?
Yeah.
He really effed up.
Where the computer ends up blaming Clark for some of the stuff.
The audacity of this computer. Does Clark finally get to destroy it?
He tries a couple of times. Not with any prevail.
Man, I wanted to see it die.
Yeah, me too. But we also get to his second love, Lana Lang. Kristen Krug is... She ends up breaking up with Clark. One of the million times that'll happen.
I swear to God, the Dawson Creek.
Yeah.
The Dawson Creek is heavy this season.
She gets injured thanks to Crazy Lex. Where she meets her new boy.
She got trampled
Yeah.
by her horse.
Yeah.
Dear God, how many times did the horse just stomp on her?
So many. That she ends up avoiding Clark for 2 episodes at least.
I mean, it's not really his fault,
Yeah.
but...
And he did try to warn her.
But people just don't want to listen.
Yeah. Then at the end, she decides to go. She meets a new guy, Adam Knight, for a while. Which doesn't turn out really well for her. And then she ends up traveling to Paris. Which you'll have to see when we review season 4 how that went.
Huh. How much of a time skip?
3 months.
Oh, okay.
Just like this one.
They literally followed like the amount of time the show's off to when it premiered.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was pretty much her thing, and Clark almost wanted to tell her secret until the whole Pete situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just changed his mind. He just froze and changed his mind.
Which you can't really blame him too much because having to know this, knowing that A, alien, 2, powers, 3, for her case, when he arrived, his arrival's the reason why your parents are dead.
Yeah.
And 4, you're gonna have to keep this secret to the grave, no matter what.
Yeah. No matter how our relationship turns out. Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand why he would still be hesitant to tell her because it was already too much for Pete to handle.
Yeah. Of course, another person found out his secret, albeit briefly. Michael Rosenbaum as Lex Luthor.
Still some of the best acting Michael Rosenbaum has done.
First, he survives a plane crash into an island where he basically goes nuts.
Hallucinating that there's another guy on the island, and then
finding out that his father killed his parents for the insurance money. Then his father poisoning and making him go mentally crazy.
Yeah, by drugging his scotch.
Yep.
His scotchy.
Then put him in a Belle Reve asylum, and then melting his brain with electroshock therapy.
Had no qualms in potentially turning Lex into a vegetable just to make sure no one finds out that he orchestrated the death of his parents.
Yeah.
I mean, that's cold-blooded.
Yeah.
And then when, after looking at the cameras, he finds out Lex knew the thing that he's been trying to learn about Clark Kent, and it slipped through his fingers. Mm-hmm. That is the one good thing about that whole situation, and just seeing Lionel just so aggravated about it. Like, I had it, and my own hubris caused me to lose it.
Yeah. Of course, he also gets set up for a murder by his own father, that he has to go ask the FBI for help, which the one FBI guy isn't trustworthy enough because he flips sides with each Luthor.
Just flip-flopping.
And then the first falling out with Clark, full falling out with Clark, after Clark finds out. That was his Clark room.
Well, again, after all the shenanigans that happens in the season, can you blame him? Can you blame him? I mean, you already went through the dad of your best friend trying to investigate you and try to ruin your life and your parents' life and everybody else's life around you just to find out your secret. And then you find out the guy that you consider your best friend next to your other best friend is also investigating you.
Yeah.
I can't blame Clark too much on that.
Of course, Lex also ends on a bad spot, too.
True.
Also with his damn alcohol.
At this point, man, just keep a flask with you or something. Do not leave the alcohol out in the open.
Of course. We're with the one who now knows his secrets in season 2, Sam Jones III as Pete Ross.
I feel bad for Pete.
Now, there's also a bunch of, damn it, Pete.
Yes, GDYP.
Yeah, with Velocity.
But at the same time, they did Pete so dirty.
Yeah, he's either absent in a couple of episodes or he just shows up for one scene.
And then this is the season where, second to last episode, he leaves the show. He leaves Smallville.
But he will be back in season 7.
4 freaking seasons later, for only one episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, why did they do Pete so dirty?
Yeah, and the actor said that he found out at the Comic-Con before season 3 started. They said we had to...
And they couldn't even give him the courtesy of telling him beforehand?
No.
He had to find out just like everyone else?
Yeah.
Yeah, you all did Sam so dirty.
Yeah, because in later seasons, well, there are some parts that could have been Pete's role if they didn't let him go.
Yeah. Having the guy who's literally the best friend of the main character, maybe you should have kept him.
Yeah.
Especially when the other guy who's his best friend ends up becoming his enemy later on.
Yeah. Of course, Chloe's a bit better this season.
Yes. You don't.
There's only one damn Chloe moment.
Yeah, where she is way out of pocket.
Yeah, for being her own truth serum.
Yeah, she gains the ability of essentially manipulating anyone into telling her what she wants to know.
Yeah.
And she ends up using that to ruin a few people's lives.
Yep, and almost get herself killed a couple times.
Yeah.
Of course, she does try to get out that deal with Lionel that she made. 3 months later.
I don't know. Maybe it was still a GDYC.
Yeah,
Maybe.
but she does she does her best trying to redeem herself.
True. Despite being way out of pocket, unearthing people's dirty laundry that they don't want people to know.
Find out that Pete has a crush on her ever since then.
Yeah, which makes things even more complicated.
Which could have also played a bigger part if they didn't let Pete go.
So many missed opportunities.
Yeah.
They did Sam Jones III so dirty.
Yeah.
I want explanations.
Yeah.
What was it? What was it?
Yeah.
What was it?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was it?
I don't know.
I want to know.
Of course, Chloe first has a bad hair day for the first couple episodes with her weird haircut that people complain about.
People were that upset about that.
Mainly the people in charge, because she did on her own, got her haircut.
Maybe she just wanted a haircut. Plus, it kind of added to the whole heel turn.
Yeah. Of course, she knew about Red K. Clark being in Metropolis the whole entire time.
And didn't do nothing.
Yeah. Trying to get out of her deal with Lionel. To eventually find out that they saw what Lionel did to Lex and backed out for a while before finally
figuring out, he killed Lex's grandparents.
Yeah. Then
orchestrated the killing.
Had to ask Lex for help to put her on witness protection, which we all saw how that turned out at the end.
The whole house exploded.
With her in it.
Well, no, she was at the doorstep. Her dad was in the house.
No, they were both in the house.
No, she was about to step into the house when it exploded. She was still at the doorstep. She hadn't even put one foot in the door yet, and it exploded.
Now she shut the door when that exploded. Yeah.
I could have sworn she was still outside the house when it exploded.
No, she wasn't. She was inside.
All I know is her dad definitely did.
Well, we'll see with that. But, of course, our main big bad of the season, Lionel Luthor, played by our fellow Salisbury native, John Glover.
This man.
He has so much. He does, and this is the most he's ever appeared in this show, is in this season.
And
16 out of 22 episodes.
Yeah, the most amount of episodes, and I think this is the most he is just such a thorn in everyone's side.
Yeah.
I mean, dear God, this man was diabolical.
Yep, he drugged his son, put him in a mental institution, electroshock therapy his son, which John Glover says he was doing it because he loved him. So in his head he was like, more love, more love. That's what he said in an interview. Yeah, give my son more love with electroshock therapy in order to make him stronger.
But the 50-50 split on him being okay or him becoming vegetable.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't see that. I don't see that.
Yeah. Yeah, but of course.
And then him also finding out, I've been holding this resentment towards my son because I thought he killed
His baby brother.
but no, it was my wife who was going crazy due to postpartum depression and other issues.
Yeah.
That my own son sacrificed his everything just to protect his mother.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have to deal with the fact that I essentially cats in the cradled my own son.
Yeah.
And there's nothing I can do to fix it.
Although he still has a couple illegitimate childs that he abandoned. He has so many, which we forgot to mention last season, but he does.
I forget the
Lucas.
Nicholas. Oh, Lucas.
Lucas.
Lucas, and then there's another one that I found out.
Yeah.
But that's for much later.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dear God, could the man just never heard about protection, huh?
No.
He just never figured that out.
No. Of course, in the end, he also tortures Clark by putting Clark to go
In a whole vat of melted down kryptonite.
Yeah. To learn more about Clark. He threatens Chloe when she tries to get out of his deal by threatening to kill her.
And and essentially fired her dad.
Yep, and blacklisted him.
Just deciding to leave them destitute.
Yep. Of course, he still continues his cloning program with Emily. That doesn't work out so well.
This time.
Yep. He said he killed his parents for their insurance money. And of course, once the second time around, Lex actually gets to it with Chloe's help. The second time, with some help from the FBI to finally arrest him. And he finally goes to jail. Let's see how long that goes.
And does the whole symbolic shaving of the head.
Yeah. Which John was happy about. When he says on the commentary for season 4, he was happy about that.
I still don't fully... This man has always kept his hair long. I don't know why he...
Yeah.
What, was the hair just getting a bit too long for him?
Yeah. Of course he also has his payback for everyone at the end of the season, despite being in jail.
This man essentially did to everyone like what Michael Corleone did when he became godfather to his niece.
Yeah.
Where, I'm at the church at my niece's christening. Well, I'm having everybody that worked in my operation assassinated so nothing comes back to me, and now I am the Don.
Yeah.
He Michael Corleone them.
Yeah. Of course, then there's Annette O'Toole as Martha Kent. She doesn't really do much.
No.
She's just there for moral support.
Yeah. And maybe a heart-to-heart talk.
Yeah. She didn't play a big role quite as much as season 2.
God, she's nothing more than Aunt May this season.
With occasional reference to Lionel pining after her. That's about it. That's only one episode, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for that awkward scene where Lionel is hitting on Martha right in front of Clark. And Clark's like, what did I just have?
What's happening?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Lionel wants to bang my mom. No.
And of course, the guy who plays a bigger role this season, John Snyder, is Jonathan Kent. It's basically his other deal with the devil, Jor-El. Computer Jor-El.
The Yeet Master General himself.
Yeah. They give him powers. They go, stop Ray K. Clark.
and so much yeeting.
Yep.
Yeah, for those who don't understand what I mean by yeet, Y-E-E-T, it means throwing something as hard as you possibly can across the room or as far as you can outside.
Yep.
So much yeeting.
Yep.
So much yeeting.
Yep. Of course.
I mean, Clark yeets him, he yeets Clark, he yeets himself and Clark out of a window.
Yep.
Who else got yeeted? Well, yeah, those guys in season 2
Yep.
that were messing with Lana, they got yeeted.
Yep.
So much yeeting.
Yep.
When does the yeeting doesn't stop? It grows
Yeah.
more, doesn't it?
Yep. Yep.
Essentially, they should call this. This shouldn't be Smallville, the home of meteors. Smallville, the home of yeeting.
Of course, after he gets the temporary powers, it affects his heart by having his first heart attack.
Well, he's a mortal man. He's not a Kryptonian. He doesn't have the body to withstand all that godlike power.
Yeah, of course we find out his deal with Jor-El, that Computer Jor-El wanted Clark back soon, which he irritates Clark a lot. He irritates Jonathan a lot with the key in one episode.
Why?
That Jonathan ends up fighting with Lionel Luthor, one of the best things. Where we actually had no yeeting in that episode.
Oh no, that was all hands.
Yeah.
That was all hands.
My favorite
and
part
I
of that
was
episode,
here for.
My favorite part of that episode was that.
Oh God, I was waiting the longest time for someone to straight up throw hands with Lionel Luthor, and I was here for it. Mm-hmm. Personal feelings about John Snyder aside, I was very happy to see this man utterly whoop the ass of Lionel Luthor.
Mm-hmm. Of course, in the end, he gets strangled by the Computer Jor-El and left
via weird electronic tentacle.
Yeah, and left in a coma for the next 3 months.
How long did it take them to find him so he could get medical attention?
That's never really explained. How long?
Really, Martha's the only one that made it out of all of those shenanigans unscathed.
Compared to last season, yeah.
Yeah, where she was in a freaking car accident and the truck flipped how many times?
So many times. And she lost the baby, yeah.
That was the least of the worries. How is she still alive?
Yeah. But let's get
into... And didn't need any physical therapy.
Yeah. Well, let's get into the good. The darker storylines. They got so darker.
Very dark.
I think we spent more time in Metropolis in some episodes more than Smallville and a couple.
And a third of it.
Yeah.
About a third of this season was in Metropolis.
Yeah. Mainly dealing with the Lionel and Lex Luthor backstory.
Where we find out, dear God, such a Greek tragedy.
Yeah, a guy who lost his baby brother, got mental issues thanks to it, along with having an unloving father.
And also dealing with the mental and emotional breakdown of his mother.
Yeah.
And him sacrificing the relationship with his father to protect her.
Yeah.
And then also the guilt of having to do all that involving his baby brother.
Yeah.
So even though he didn't do anything wrong, he still feels responsible.
Yeah.
But it still wasn't his fault.
Yeah. But then we also has the Chloe redemption story, like I said.
For the most part.
She does get better in later seasons. It's just season 2 is the worst of her.
Well, her and also being out of pocket for this season.
Yeah.
I mean, you just gonna let one of the football players out himself in front of everybody without any qualms, and you find that hilarious, and you're gonna put it in the newspaper,
I find out about her teacher isn't who she is,
and you ruined. Well, okay, yeah, she needed to pay for her crimes, but you just ruined her son's life.
Yeah.
You ruined his life.
Yeah. Of course, we get introductions to several Superman comic book characters.
Which is awesome.
Yeah. We finally get Perry White. Maggie Sawyer showed up last season.
True.
In Insurgents,
true.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But we needed to acknowledge,
Yep.
Morgan
Edge. Good old Morgan Edge.
Which he's kind of a Maxwell Lord type, where sometimes he's all right, other times he's a villain.
Yep.
So I was fine with how they utilized him.
Yep.
In the show.
Of course, the acting, especially Michael Rosenbaum.
Yes.
Especially playing Crazy Lex.
Yes.
Especially in the first part, in the 2-parter. Thinking that he's rocking his baby brother to sleep.
And
thinking that...
And it's haunting, it's disturbing, and it's also so sad.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course...
Did Michael Rosenbaum ever get nominated for Emmys for this?
Not really. He got nominated for like Saturn, the Sci-Fi Award stuff.
He never got nominated for an Emmy for this.
No.
He was robbed.
Yeah.
Robbed.
Of course, as you already mentioned, so much eating. And we've already discussed the bad with Pete Ross already.
They did him so dirty. You barely give him anything to do in the season. The one time you do give him a good story, he's out of pocket.
Yeah.
And then he leaves.
Yep.
Just essentially taking away one of the most important things for Clark to have. Yeah. A best friend to confide in with all of these crazy shenanigans.
Yeah.
You essentially mildly crippled the show.
Yeah. But want to go over our scores?
Yeah.
I give this a 10 out of 10. A perfect score. This was awesome. It'll be a while before this was so dark. You got to see Lionel Luthor's torture of everyone. What his son will soon have to be with everything. There was a lot more better episodes than there were terrible filler episodes in this one. And you?
I have to agree with you. Yeah, this was a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
This was the best season yet.
Yeah. But if you disagree with us, go find us on Facebook, The Real Screen Team. Where else? You
can also find us on Instagram, Reddit, and TikTok.
For now. For TikTok.
They still have a few months. They still have a few months.
Yep, for now. And then find us on YouTube. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share our videos. And
don't forget to click the post notification bell so you're updated with all of our upcoming videos.
Yep, we have 242 subscribers at the moment.
Yes, and we're trying to make it to 500 so then we can get monetization,
Patreon. Some Patreon stuff.
Yeah. Which will also include some special episodes.
Yeah.
And, we can finally start upgrading everything. And, who knows? Maybe we could start doing this more full time.
Yeah. But before we go, we start our biggest marathon yet, the X Marathon, in order for Deadpool and Wolverine.
Why do we do this to ourselves? We're doing 11 films, everyone. 11. yes, we do this for the love of movies and cinema. We do this for the love of comic books. But, good Lord. Good Lord.
This won't be until we actually. This will be our last big thing until we actually do an MCU thing from years from now.
And what?
Do a whole MCU through phases.
Oh, Jesus. I don't even know if I'm ready for that.
Mm-hmm. Through the good and the bad.
Oh, God. I don't want to watch Eternals.
Neither do I.
I don't want to watch Captain Marvel again. I still haven't even seen The Marvels.
I've only seen the best part, the post-credits scene.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kelsey Grammer.
Yeah. But we're discussing the original trilogy, X-Men, X2, X-Men The Last Stand, and then we get into this. The timeline's going to be a little bit muddy. We're doing X-Men Origins Wolverine, X-Men First Class, The Wolverine. I'm going to put The Wolverine, and then X-Men Days of Future Past after that, and then Logan, and then we get to the Deadpool movies.
Yep, Deadpool, Deadpool 2, and soon the upcoming Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yep. Yep.
Which I'm definitely excited for because it looks like they may be adding even more cameos.
Yes. They're reshooting while we're filming this.
Yeah. Well, adding more to what they've already shot.
Yeah. And then everything else we're going to get to after we're done all the X-Men thing. But right now, that's our big focus.
Yep. After this, James Bond-a-thon.
Yep.
Pierce Brosnan.
Yep. And then the Ed Sullivan Beatles for the 60th anniversary of that show.
Yeah, even though we're a bit late,
we
still want to do a special thing for the Beatles for, the return of Beatlemonthia.
Yeah. Even though it's only for one episode. But all right.
But, hey, we got to.
Yeah,
I mean,
of course.
It's the 60th anniversary of the Beatles arriving to America.
Of course, The Crow, Dragon Ball, in honor of the late creator.
Akira Toriyama.
Of course, all 3 Sonic movies and 2 Nosferatus. So.
And then, January.
Elvis.
And then
we'll
stop there.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I guess I'll roll us out. Well, thank you all for coming. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. It definitely helps. So cut, print, that's a wrap.